Sam, you next.
Hi.
Hey, Sam, how are you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yes, I can.
Okay, good, Deepak. It's first time I'm coming to this Q&A call.
Oh, okay.
I apologize. I didn't know how to download this and get on that, but for somehow I did it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Congratulations. This is
Thank
how
you.
we learn.
And, and I'm gonna do this video thing
Yes,
because
please.
my son was sick. Remember I told you?
Yes. How is he feeling?
Oh, he dislocated his shoulder, so now it looks like they're gonna put him in a surgery.
Oh my God.
Probably April. So
Wow.
that's why I was going back and forth. But anyhow, thank you for your advice and the way you are teaching us. It's just excellent, man. I mean, what would I do if you wouldn't be there? You know, because I didn't know nothing about how to communicate or how to talk, and your step-by-step process helps me, into marketing, and also helps me in my personal life,
Yes. No, I think I enjoy it. And by the way, happy birthday. Today's your birthday, right?
Oh, yeah, I know. Thank you.
Yeah,
And now I'm at the point
mm-hmm.
where I started my Facebook campaign. Started with 70 to 80, friends, and now I'm at 1,500. And I'm sending messages, to them. And I did, a couple of deals. Remember I told you?
Right.
And I had two really good prospect that, they were making almost $500,000 and $1 million worth of portfolio in real estate, and it was interested. And remember I texted you that
yes,
I'm involved with my partner, and I don't know what happened in the meeting. It seems like, I'm still not comfortable with my second meeting. And I was like, what if I go wrong? And don't know how to put the strategy in, and that's why I keep him. And his thing is, he always says, okay, even though I have a fact finding, he always tell the client, okay, well, I'm going to send a questionnaire, fill it out. And as soon as he sends an email to fill it out, customer doesn't answer the phone call. That's where I'm at.
Yeah. So it happened 2 times?
2 times, Deepak.
Okay. Okay, so let me ask you this. Why do you have to take the partner in the deal?
I'm a little scared, you could say.
But look,
I could close a meeting, like, life insurance, term, I do it. But when I see their big 401k, $500,000 sitting,
mm-hmm.
Security and bonds, 250,000,
Mm-hmm.
Education planning, $500,000 in that, and then making $500,000. So I'm scared. How am I going to approach these clients? I mean, yeah, the middle market, which is people who are making 50 to 100,000, and then interested in buying, insurance, or maybe 120. Yeah, I can sell them life insurance. Now, I'm registered to sell life insurance, and I'm still, taking the classes for Series 6 so I can sell annuities and, security and bonds. But in between, I know how to sell them, tax strategies and, business strategies. But I guess I have that fear inside of me on the second meeting, because most of the time the client is not interested in life insurance. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm at.
Okay, so now, so you're taking your partner because he's certified for investments and insurance, and he has experience, so he has done bigger cases.
Yes.
And you are not allowed to write investments anyways, is basically what you're saying, right? You can't do investments at this point.
Yes.
So you have to take somebody, I think. Is it kind of mandatory, I guess, at this point, pretty much for you to advise them or whatever in the meeting you can't be advising them on investments at this point, correct?
Yes, as me, as a licensed life insurance health, I can sell that. And when I try to show them a strategy, like, hey, look, where do you come? I mean, $500,000, and then you need $1 million in retirement. And I ask them a question: why $1 million? Why did you get these numbers?
Mm-hmm.
And They say, well, show me some option. I'm interested in more investment in stocks and la la la. But then I try to come up on the back end like, hey, stock, yes, it's a good investment. The way the market is going, it's excellent. You can do that. But there is a way, when you get the capital gain, 21% you have to pay where, with a tax strategy where you have a half a million in life insurance, if you put it into, another 500 into life and then keep doing what you're doing investment instead of putting 150K a year, put about 100K in, stock instead of, 150 and put 50 into life insurance, which will add a value to your overall portfolio as a tax strategy because this is a tax-free vehicle. And then boom, the partner jumps in, talks, yeah, it's gonna how it's work, and he sends an email, fill this out, we need to see your statement, and then prospect goes cold.
Yeah, so now this whole tax strategy that you're saying, again, are you allowed to carry on that conversation without your partner?
Yeah, I can definitely talk about tax strategy. Yes.
Because that
It's
goes to
not
an
like,
insurance, that's an insurance product anyways, right? Basically.
yeah, of course, because insurance product, it's going tax free,
Now,
tax
yeah,
benefit.
now in between you and your partner, like, is your partner expecting you to definitely invite you, or like how is that relationship? Like, are you obligated to invite him, or he doesn't care if you don't
No,
invite him? He doesn't.
I'm not obligated to invite him. I can do my own.
Okay.
So I need a help. How
So I
do
would,
I?
okay, perfect. So here's what my recommendation is. So my recommendation is going forward, try to only sell what you can offer,
Okay.
and go alone. So for example, um, it is like, let's say the person has high income, they got multiple accounts, big portfolio, all that is fine. The high net worth guys, that's fine.
Mhm.
What you want to do is, if you want to, again, try to find gaps and their problems they're having, and only offer solutions or try to solution with what you can do personally with your
Got
license.
it. Got it.
And if that means that you're not solving all their problems, that's okay, because you have time in your life once they become your client to solve all their problems forever. So right now, again, this is what exactly I was telling Faye before you jumped in, and I think you can listen to this recording. It will be like up tomorrow. The first
Mhm.
part of the call that you missed today, we talked about the same kind of strategy on sales. But again, just to summarize, basically, you want to only zoom into, in your very first meetings and earlier conversation when you start having, keep in mind that you are going to take the deal through on your own, or you're going to lose it on your own. Either way, it is going to be on your own.
Yeah.
So you can forget your partner from the beginning, number one, and that way you will poke and ask questions only in the area that you perhaps can help. Now, obviously you can still get a broader picture of their goals and problems and everything, but when you go back to the second meeting and when you're solutioning and when you're making them understand a strategy, I would only try to solution with what you know and what you can offer best, and that way they can also just focus as opposed to do everything. So that's just to begin with, because what happens is when there are two personalities and two people, like you and your
Hmm.
partner going into the meeting together or whatever, um, it can look like too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yes.
They may not find, they may find that what you told was not what your partner is saying. They might find many things, right? There's, again, two people, is I mean, two salespeople is always a bad thing in any given case.
Yes. That's what I thought. That's what I figured.
It's a bad idea to have two salespeople. You want to have one salesperson always in the deal. Anytime you have two salespeople, then pretty much the deal can get screwed. You can write it off without even going to the meeting. Right?
And then
So
it's a trust issue too. What I see, like, hey, this guy shared his not financial, his fact finding to me, and I'm sharing this to my
yeah,
partner, which he has
exactly,
no idea,
exactly.
right?
And now he's asking the same damn question again, which is like, what the hell? You're not getting it,
Right.
right?
And
And
that's
again,
and then my partner, he says, well, what he's saying, because here's the thing. When I bring him in, I have to share the commission,
I know,
50-50.
that's even worse.
Right? And then what he says, you don't know how to say anything. You
Yeah,
don't know how to,
of course.
communicate. I mean, look, Deepak, I might be a new guy, but hey, if I did something right, I have this fact finding, and the client is agreed to the second meeting. That means I'm doing something right. Okay, maybe I'm not perfect, but I'm doing something right. And then here, you're asking the same question again
Yeah.
and asking this client to fill this form out, which he already said to me. Then he'd be like, you know why? This is a waste of time.
Yeah,
That's
look,
what I'm thinking.
which is what it is, right? So again, people with money don't have time, number one. And and again, you're wasting their time by asking something twice.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like of course for your partner, this is sweet because he can just show up in deals like you with you and everybody else like you. And he doesn't have to do the prospecting, he can just have to close and get the money. So it's obviously better for him, no question. But this is the perfect way for you to learn, and it's better to blow the deal. Don't be afraid to blow the deal. I think it's okay to blow the deal. It will happen naturally anyways, but you learn from them and you'll get better and you'll really become really
Yes.
dangerous.
So I'm scared of blowing the deal. He's like,
No,
man,
no,
look,
no,
you
no,
just
man.
blow
You
the
can.
deal of $5,000 checo.
Doesn't matter. It could be 50 grand. Who the hell cares? Don't worry about it. Like you want to again go through this, you know, like what do you call it? Like, I'm going to talk a little bit more about this in the new week 4 that is going to come out. But it's basically like your affirmations that you write, and I talk a little bit about that in the sales training. But I have my affirmations, and I say that, well, I'll close the client on the first call. It's one of my things. I don't do it all the time, doesn't matter, but it's in my list and I read it every single day because
And then,
I have to train my brain to believe that that freaking thing is possible, that I can actually have one person on the phone sign up for my program.
uh-huh.
And so initially I did not believe that can happen, and it doesn't happen all the time, but I have closed many people on the phone. So in your case, the same thing. So you have to say, listen, I'm gonna get a $10,000 deal done in 1 week with 2 meetings. I'm willing to lose a $50,000 deal, but I'm willing to learn. Like you have to just repeat the damn thing because your brain is going to screw you otherwise.
It's what you're saying. Sell what I have and be good at it. What I sell.
And don't be afraid to blow the deal because guess what? You will have, if you keep doing the prospecting the way we are talking, then you slowly advance to the Facebook. We are going to
See,
get many more meetings. So don't worry
yeah,
about
Deepak,
closing
with the
everybody.
LinkedIn, I'm not having good luck. But
No, it's not a
Facebook,
question of good luck. It's not a question of good luck, Sam. You haven't had the focus to fix it. We haven't worked together on that, and it
uh-huh.
will work. But something is working for you, so you are doing the right thing. Focus on that. Now you have very quickly moved from marketing to sales now in your case.
Right.
That is good because the sales is where it's the closest point to getting clients. So
I have 5 calls. I set it up in this week
right,
for the first call, and 2 that could be turn out to be $3,000 checo. So I'm not
right,
gonna invite. I'm not gonna bring him in. I'm gonna do it
exactly. So
myself.
I would say let me know exactly what these calls are like, who they are. Send me an email. We'll get on the phone
Yeah.
like these calls. If you need to talk separately, that's fine too. But
Yeah.
get a little bit more. I would say at this stage, you have 5 meetings. Let's focus on each meetings. Prepare well for that, and go for this meeting. Don't be afraid to blow it off. You will blow the deal.
And I
It's not.
have one more question, which I wanted to ask you,
Mhm,
because that's the main concern I have.
mhm,
I had one guy. His name is Ketan Patel. I
mhm,
found him on Facebook.
mhm,
He's an IT guy. He's from Nadia,
mhm.
and he
Perfect.
found me on Facebook, and he wanted to talk. And then first thing he says, if you was trying to sell me a life insurance, I'm not interested. So I said, well, I didn't even, told you anything about what I
Right.
sell. What I told you about this meeting for me to understand what you are, where you
Right.
are, and show you a suggestion. This is how you reach it. Is that okay with you? And he said, yeah, if that's the case, fine. And then the meeting happened. And then he says, okay, no life insurance. I want to do he's a tough cookie. And he says, I want 401k, 50 grand. I'm going to put it because I'm in a consulting company. So I can take a write off. Can you do it? Can you run a quote? Blah, 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 blah. So I get his information and give it to my partner.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So I can't sell it. So what do I say when people ask me the question, the product that I can't sell? How do I, you know, do I blow the deal or do I
No, you
just
don't. You
how
don't.
do I do that?
Yeah, no, no. So yeah. So we always want to blow the deal later, right? And not in the first part of the process. And I always have the same, quote, like, that I will always follow, which is like, I can always blow the deal in the later stage, not in the beginning, because it's too early to blow anything in the beginning, right? So,
Mhm.
we had the same conversation before he joined. Faye had the same thing where this guy said, "I hate insurance," and a lot of people hate insurance for some reason. I have no idea, but
Yeah,
that
I don't
seems like
understand.
it's like a thing, right? So it's a virus, I think, going around with insurance guys that everybody hates. I think it's probably they hate insurance agents probably more than insurance. Bad experience in past
That's
maybe,
what it seems like. That's
right?
what it seems
So,
like.
what you want to do at that point is when somebody says something so strong, then obviously you want to acknowledge, because if you don't, then they will completely just walk away. Um, but when somebody says, so this guy, when you had the meeting with him on the phone, and when you went through this kind of a discussion with him or whatever, and when he told you about the 50K and all that, did you, in that conversation, did you ask him his concern about insurance and his what do you call it, hate about insurance? Did you ask the reason for that?
No, I did not.
You should ask him, because and this is how you do it, right? You say, okay, John or Ketan, I totally understand that you hate insurance. Hey, just out of curiosity, why is that? Why you hate insurance?
Okay.
If you ask like that, the guy will tell you everything about it. And he'll say, oh, no, no, I have like a $50 million insurance. I am well protected. Okay, now you know why the hell he hates insurance. He doesn't hate, but he has enough. So don't sell him something. Get it. Or he will say,
Okay.
no, my dad had an insurance policy. When he died, got paid nothing. He paid all his money and this guy screwed him. Our company screwed him. Or he
Mm-hmm.
will tell you some weird story. Important to understand the damn story. Because
Mm-hmm.
his belief about insurance, good or bad, is from past. And you need to know what that is. And that could very well be a bad insurance agent. It could purely be a lack of knowledge. They might think insurance is like home insurance and car insurance. I need one, I already have one.
Mm-hmm.
And they may not realize that insurance is a great bridge towards retirement, towards the financial plan and all that. So insurance as a product has matured and evolved, but education about insurance and insurance agents have done a horrible job. And I have no shame, I'm not afraid of saying it. I know there are a bunch of people on the call today who does insurance, but I think there's been a poor job done by insurance people on educating people. I personally wasn't educated for a long time. I'm going to be turning 40 this year, and my insurance company never came back and told me later, when I was in 30s, when I had relationship with them at 30 years of age, to top up my insurance.
Yes.
And I touched 40, and then my insurance premium were higher when I bought the additional policy, right? Um,
Well,
so insurance agent and industry is very, very much based on do the deal, forget about the guy, go to the next deal, go to the next deal, and go to the next deal. And that
that's
has been
exactly.
the right. That has been the way insurance agents have behaved, and a lot of people are hating them. No question, including I. Obviously had to curse my agents, saying, "Idiots, could you not tell me that when I turn goddamn 40, the premium goes up, so better do it sooner than later? Did you have my freaking number to call me?" But no. So a
Yes.
lot of these things happen, right? So you need to understand why the person has that belief, and then the only thing you want to get is you want to say, okay, perfect, I'm going to get you something for 50K. I totally understand your desire. So now his mind is getting open to work with you, because you are basically saying yes to what he wants, right? Which is
Yes.
to so now when you say yes, this is called the power of yes, right? When you're saying yes to that, okay, I'm going to send you something, I'm going to give you the information, I'm going to present you quote, he will become more open. And when that opening comes is when you try to get a little bit openness from him and say, okay, so Ketan, I'm going to send all this to you, but now that I understand why you had this thing about insurance, let me tell you.
Yeah. I no no. I did ask. He says 50,000, and then I said, Fantastic. Okay. How much do you save monthly, or do you have some emergency cash that you keep? Where do you keep it? And he says, this in my account checking. I said, how much? Guess what he said?
Mhm.
$279,000. $279,000 sitting in his cash account, not doing anything, getting 1099, paying taxes on his, and this guy, he's worried about 401. So I'm thinking, hey man, don't put all 279, put at least 10% or 20% from that money so that it could grow tax free and adds a value to your tax bond and this 401k portfolio, because you do need this tax free bucket later so you can add more money down the road, which will help you down into your retirement, because at the end you're going to pay 21% into 401, you're going to pay capital gain, and then that's going to come up to what you need, but then you do need a tax-free vehicle. But
And what did he say? Did you talk? What did he say when you said that to him?
well, right now, let's give me the quote for 401, we'll think about it. That's what he said. So
Yeah. So
uh,
okay. So that's fine. And again, what I was basically trying to ask was, you want to put the elephant sometime on the table at that point as well. When, I mean, if he hates insurance, don't call it insurance. Call it something else, right? Like, doesn't matter who the hell call. Again, the goal is, what is he trying to achieve? So I know he's trying to control and tell you what he wants. That's fine. Some people are control freak, but you do you have a bigger picture understanding, like what are the main drivers for him? Is it early retirement? Is it like what is it that ultimately he wants?
okay, he wants. I know his accountant. He's a good friend of mine. He said Dhaval. And when he says Dhaval, he's from Nadiyat too. He lives in Laurel. So I called Dhaval. I said, Dhaval, what did you tell this guy? He says, oh, he wants to get 50,000 401 so he could get tax deduction. I said, you put that seed in his mind for but I explained Dhaval. I said, look, he could still do 401. Just talk to this guy, and if he wants 401, he'll get 401. Fine. But then this much money sitting in his account, if he does a custom hole for 20 years, he's a young guy,
No,
42
so no,
years old.
but okay. So Sam, what you need to do is forget the world. Don't put him in the loop. Try to get less people than more in the deal.
Yeah.
Just like your partner, get the partner out, get this guy out. You want to go straight to this guy. You have to deal with this guy. There isn't any
Okay.
other shortcut.
Mhm.
So give him a quote. Have your partner give a quote, or somebody else, or whatever. Whoever can do the 50K 401K, get him done. That's fine.
Okay.
But you do want to get this guy Ketan to open up and just say, okay, Ketan, so let me do one thing, Ketan. Give me 30 minutes. Let me show you a scenario or run something through you. Let me show you a picture. And
Mhm.
just tell him that. And he might ask, well, what do you want to show me? Well, I heard from you what you want to achieve and everything that you have, all the accounts. And let me show you some options to future and some implications.
Right.
Would you be open for 30 minutes? And most likely he will say yes. Then you
Okay.
want to just show him some scenarios. I think if you just do the scenarios with real numbers, with his numbers, he will get it. I wouldn't worry about anybody else. Show
Okay.
him that if he continues doing what he's doing, what happens in 5 years? How much tax is he paying? How much money is
Mhm.
he growing? And
Mhm.
give him options. Say, okay, if you go down this other path, here's how much tax you're paying, and here's what happens to your portfolio. Let the numbers talk. You shut up at that point.
Okay.
That is the best way to, and then he'll say, okay, you know what? Okay, I see this. How can I do this? And then say, yeah, I mean, here's a product. I mean, don't say product, but here's a way to do that. Yeah, we can do this. And then he's now open up. So now you can get back into a little bit more of a deal and show him more path. But you want to just deal with him and just get his permission to show him options, and then work on something simple. And whatever strategy you've been telling, put that on his numbers and show it to him.
Okay.
Once you can do that on one piece of paper, make it simple, one piece of paper or one slide, or an Excel sheet or whatever it is, and
Mhm.
just very simply show him that if you keep doing what you're doing with 50K in this account, here's where you will be. And if you do this other option one, you can be here. Option two, you could be here. He naturally will ask you, tell me more about the option, the best one, whatever that is.
Yep. So
And
one
that
thing
is
I
how you want
learned.
to sell. You want to focus, you want to narrow down, you want to deal with every single objection he has, and then you want to handle it and move forward. And at some point, if there is no deal, then there is no deal. That's okay. But I don't think there's enough work done by you and him together to
Mm-hmm.
call anything. Just because he says I hate insurance, you can't end the deal. Let him look at all the steps, and at some point, if he says, you know what, thanks, Sam, I totally see the whole thing. I understand this, but look, man, I got to put 225K because my wife want to buy this home. I'm going to buy the home right now, but that's okay. Deal will
Right.
go like that anyway. Some of the deal will get blown. No big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But you now have a process that you've been able to create to get somebody who says no
Mm-hmm.
to looking at it something very seriously. That is a superpower when you build that.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. Thank you so much for my concern. And most likely what I got, from this call is try to do it myself.
Do it
And
yourself.
if I can blow it, blow it.
Bro, who the hell are we going to have enough meetings coming for you anyways? I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, work very carefully to not blow it, but I'm just saying that you got to tell your brain need to learn to understand that Sam can blow the deal. That's okay, because you can never get a bigger deal unless you blow a bigger deal. It's impossible.
Yeah.
You're never going to make a 50 grand commission on a deal unless you blow two of those before. It's impossible. You think what,
Yeah.
you're Superman, you're going to just go and swing it and just hit a home run?
No,
Like,
you're
no,
right.
nobody does that, right? It's not, even the champions don't do it.
No.
So, but they're not afraid to blow, and they actually forget about it. If you look at Kobe Bryant's thing, he would say, like, he'll miss a shot, and then the people will ask him, that was a bad shot missed. And he said, what shot I missed? I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. Because he's just
Yeah.
thinking about the next shot. He just forgot, because these people can't take the game winning shot if they just think of the free throw they missed before.
Mm-hmm.
They just have to forget about that in split second. And I think it's a very important thing to learn.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't worry about it. Again, your outreach activity, what you're doing on Facebook is working very, very good. I'm very
Yes.
positive. In fact, you would love LinkedIn. You haven't done LinkedIn properly. Once you get through some of these meetings, come back on the call.
Yeah.
Let's work together and get you properly doing things on LinkedIn. I'm sure you're completely
Yes.
screwing your LinkedIn. Your LinkedIn is completely screwed right now. I can tell you without knowing anything.
I know
Because
I'm not getting any response.
just the way the guy says, I hate insurance, you're telling me I hate LinkedIn. See, everybody's like this. We all humans are like that, right? We immediately make up a judgment for some reason,
Yeah.
which is fine. And I see it all the time. And I'll tell you that you are, I think you're one of the only guy in the program who is making Facebook organic work so well. Nobody's doing organic because everybody else is saying other way. Oh, LinkedIn is great. I can't do Facebook. I don't know how to make it work. It's the
Oh,
opposite.
Face. I already have 10 meetings. I closed 4.
Okay, so I need to know those numbers because that's encouragement for people. But I have many more
Oh,
clients, people who have done LinkedIn. So you
well,
have more reason.
I tell you, in that 4 deals, I made $16,000.
Perfect. It's awesome.
So, I
And
mean, the program has paid itself.
yeah, and exactly. And you're going to make a lot more money than that, guaranteed. But
And
the reason,
Facebook, that's the number one game for me. That's it. Boom, 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 boom. And I target, I don't target, I target to this, South Carolina. That's where the IT consultant,
right?
these South Indians, these
Yeah,
Patels, and
right.
these new immigrant that comes and boom, just go into their group, invite them, and then
Exactly.
once I invite them, huh?
Exactly. Right. It's a simple strategy, right?
Yeah, once I invite them, like maybe 15, 20, Facebook will send me, oh, you may know these
Yeah.
people. I go, boom, 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 boom. That's it.
Right. Right. Yeah. It's like I'm telling you, most people don't know about Facebook like organic. And what I'm teaching you and other people, I think most people even in the program, even the top people who have done a lot more deals, they all are on LinkedIn because LinkedIn has been marketed so well that it's a great and it is a great platform. So again, I want you to believe that as well. But I think both platforms have a unique way of finding people. And if you do both, you will get more clients.
See, yesterday, I got one guy. I was just, sending the message after my dinner around 10:30 at night. Some guy named Raj Dalal. So I'm like, this guy may be Gujarati, or maybe, from India. So I say, hello, Jai Maharaj, Jai Shri Krishna. How are you? And then I put, this, message that you said. And then he said, I just got a message. Oh, I know you in Maryland. And then I said, oh, really? Great. Are you from Maryland? He said, no, that's my hometown. I said, what's your hometown? I'm in Baltimore. He said, I used to live in Bethesda. I said, and then boom, I didn't even go into retirement plan. I said, would you like to discuss over the phone 10 minutes? And they say, yeah, sure. Sunday would be good for me. That's it. Done. Meeting's done. Send an invite. So I'm ready.
Isn't it wonderful, like doing this at 10 o'clock from home, without going anywhere, without bugging
And
anybody?
this thing is like a magic, magic with a finger,
Yeah, exactly. It's so
sitting
simple,
at your
right?
home, not even knowing that guy. But then it's like a personal touch. Once you know the guy, I try to. There was
Yeah.
an Uncle Sunil Shah. He wants to do another $1,000 check go, if
Mm-hmm.
which I have called. He's Gujarati,
Mm-hmm.
young, a 61-year-old,
Mm-hmm.
and he's getting, retirement income, and also. So I explained to him, like, not custom home because he's not approved, because he has to put whole life. He's putting $2,500 a month, save money. Guess what he's putting? He says, I'm putting under my mattress. I said, well,
Mm.
under the mattress, why don't you put in a bank? He said, well, bank doesn't give me money because bank doesn't
Mm-hmm.
give me money. So I said,
Right.
well, if that doesn't give me money, how about I show you, if you put at least 1,000 by the age of 75, which you told me you want to retire, you get a tax-free income of $1,200, which bank is not going to give you. And then also bank is not going to give you death benefits, which if you pass away, your legacy would be passed on to your kids.
Right.
Is that something you're interested? He said, sure. So give me the number for $700 and $1,000. So I'm talking to him on Tuesday. Let's hope if he agrees, that's going to add another 6,000.
Exactly. Exactly. You just and and however you're finding people, as I told you before, just make note of it. Go to the same group, invite the same kind of people, tell the
I'm a
same
little
thing.
lazy for putting notes. That's the
No,
problem.
no, but somehow even mentally just do it. But I'm just saying that the way, how many meetings have you done so far? 10 or so, you said?
I call about 35 people. Okay. I did about, I closed about 4 deals. That's what I did. And then I have 5 lined up. And out of 5, 2 maybe looking like that's going to close. And tomorrow I'm meeting a guy, 7:30 on the breakfast. He's from Chicago. I met with your program.
Mm-hmm.
He's making gross 2.5 million a gross, and take home is a 500,000. And he knows all these Mallu, South Indians, and
Mm-hmm.
and he's like a coach to all these kids, parents, and then he wants to introduce me to them so I could do a webinar to them
Perfect. Awesome.
and do a partnership with them.
Awesome. That's
Yeah, and
awesome.
then this guy came from your program, no doubt about it, man.
Right. Perfect. So okay. So all those meetings that you have done, you just need to repeat whatever you've been doing. Similarities, right? So that's the key part I can tell you, because
Yeah.
if you forget what you were doing, which you can, the good thing is you can still go back to your notes and messages and everything, which is great. But
Mm-hmm.
the key is to repeat, because then if you keep repeating, you'll pretty much get similar results because you've been doing it for a few months now, right? So
Yeah, about a couple of months, maybe 3 months. Yeah.
exactly. But so now there is an activity that you are feeling comfortable, you're getting some results, responses, and that's very powerful. So we want to keep repeating those things that works. And then let me know, like, for each of the next meetings, very quick, just send me an email saying, hey, I'm meeting this guy XYZ, here's what you want to accomplish, anything I should do differently, and I'll just quickly
Yeah.
send you
So
a
I
message or
can send
whatever.
you to core funnels, right?
Yeah, just send it to me, that, or support emails, whatever. But code funnels is fine too. You can message me on Facebook. But I would say, for next each meetings, if you're feeling uncomfortable, just get second opinion from me, and your confidence will go very high.
Yeah, I'd rather do this with you instead of doing my partner, because
Yeah,
you see, you are my coach, so I would rather get the discussion and points from you rather getting from my partner. You know what I mean?
yeah, exactly. And I think learning this is going to then help you do everything on your own, keep all the money with you, and and just do things the right way, right? Because you don't want somebody to come and screw your prospect that you're working so hard to bring,
Exactly,
right? It just
exactly.
makes
And
no bloody sense.
he comes in the picture and he blow it.
Well, he didn't work for it, man, so there's no loss for him.
Yeah. For him,
So
it's yeah. For him, it's just yeah. Okay, but I understand. Yeah, I'll definitely keep you posted and send you an email as soon as I have. Okay.
awesome. Perfect. Okay. Good
Well,
chatting,
thank you.
man.
Uh-huh.
Okay, thanks.